The 10 Best Vampire Books. They're as sexy and enchanting as they are dark and evil, which is why vampires have entranced readers for over a century. If you're looking for a few books to keep you up until the wee hours, the selections on this list are perfect for stashing on your nightstand right next to the garlic and crucifix. Of course, the list starts from The Strain, co-written by Oscar-winning director Guillermo del Toro. The Strain, about $6, combines elements of traditional fantasy with straight-up blood-sucking horror. These vampires aren't sexy Europeans. Instead, they're grotesque, terrifying killing machines. Mindless and escapist fun, basis for popular TV show. But some characters are underdeveloped. Check out link in description to buy this product from Amazon. Ninth one is Robin McKinley's Sunshine. A weekend at the lake house ends with a woman kidnapped by vampires in Robin McKinley's Sunshine. Around $22. But that's only the beginning of a lush, intimate horror fantasy. Fans of TV series like Buffy, The Vampire Slayer, and True Blood will eat this one up. Extremely menacing villains, stream of consciousness narrative, but leaves quite a few loose ends. You shouldn't miss this product's review. Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. He freed the slaves, but in Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, around $6. Our 16th president spends more time emancipating the souls of the undead. Everything you need to know about this book is right there in the title. So if the name appeals to you, you'll love it. If not, skip it. Filled with actual historical facts, written in grand biographical style, but ending is predictable. Well, here is the 7th one. Fever Dream, described by author George R.R. Martin as Bram Stoker meets Mark Twain. Fever Dream, APPX, $14. Begins with an unlikely business partnership between struggling riverboat captain Abner Marsh and a wealthy, mysterious aristocrat on a nightmarish mission. Champions humans as heroes. Backstory on how vampires came to be. But violence is very graphic. You should look into this product. It was surely well marketed. Interview with the Vampire, one of the seminal works in the genre. Interview with the Vampire, APPX, $21. Deals with one of the most frequently overlooked drawbacks to immortality. Eventually, you get really bored. Readers will stay engaged, however, thanks to the rich Gothic atmosphere, unique and unconventional structure, rife with philosophical musings. But main character can be whiny. Now we will show you the 5th product in the list. Let the Right One In. A very grown-up story about adolescent angst. Let the Right One In, APPX, $12, is the account of a bullied 12-year-old who discovers an unlikely ally when a new family moves in next door. A gruesome, modern fairy tale. It's a slow-burning, horrifying look at the dangers of isolation. Author doesn't pull any punches. Humanizes the vampires, but dark and macabre. Customers are king, and according to them, one should buy this one. The Historian, as the title suggests. The Historian, APPX, $8, focuses on the role of history in shaping modern times, as well as the evils that can hide in the pages of the past. It reads more like non-fiction, and you may have to remind yourself that the events depicted never actually happened. Set in a variety of exotic locales. Extremely well researched, but told in a cinematic fashion. If you want cost-efficient, this new one is for you. Salem's Lot. Our selections would not be complete without an entry from the master himself. And Salem's Lot, APPX, $7, may be his finest work to date. The story turns an idyllic town into a supernatural hellscape, thanks to liberal use of the only thing more frightening than the undead. Children, prequel to Dark Tower series. Diverse group of protagonists, but follows traditional vampire rules. According to reviews, the second best product is Dead Until Dark, the first installment in the series that inspired HBO's True Blood. Dead Until Dark about $14, takes place in Louisiana, where quiet and unassuming cocktail waitress Suki Stackhouse, who just so happens to be telepathic, meets a dark and handsome stranger with a bad reputation. Narrative is relationship-driven, involves a murder mystery, but quirky and humorous. Now here is our best of best The King product. Bram Stoker's Dracula, the one that started it all. Bram Stoker's Dracula, about $16, remains a classic to this day, thanks to its tense build-up and introduction to one of the most iconic figures in the history of literature. The story is familiar, but it's a must-read for true fans of the genre. Filled with religious symbolism, layered and complex characters, but scary without being gory.